Let's be real, short videos absolutely punch harder than their longer counterparts. That's just an undeniable fact of the internet. Whether you call them shorts, reels, or TikToks, they are the essential snackable fuel powering our online consumption right now. We all consume this content constantly, but the actual process of making it, that part can feel like a true grind. If you're a creator chasing those elusive views and that sweet, sweet algorithmic favor, you instantly know the real struggle. Before I discovered this amazing tool, my entire team was stuck on that miserable, repetitive content treadmill. We were rushing constantly to hit upload schedules, chopping clips at 3 in the morning, and just praying our posts would somehow gain traction. And, spoiler alert, those desperate posts usually didn't get the attention we were hoping for. So today, I want to show you exactly how I turned a completely boring talking head recording into a tight, highly watchable short in just minutes, not hours. And yes, to make this happen as fast as I'm claiming, I am absolutely using this powerful software to do all the heavy lifting. First, let me show you the incredibly bland starting point we are working with. This is literally me staring dead on at the lens with a standard mic and basic lights. Nothing jumps out at all. That raw footage is the frustrating baseline for probably too many creators out there. It's steady, but it's just boring. The good news is that you definitely don't need a $50,000 production kit to make content that genuinely feels legit. You simply need the right set of intelligent tools and a genuinely streamlined workflow to change everything. Here is precisely how I roll now. I just drop that raw long-form clip right into the software and immediately hit the magical auto-edit button. Instantly, the system scans the entire video, pinpoints all the high-energy dialogue moments, and suggests clips that are already ready for posting. It's genuinely like having a dedicated, sleepless video editor working tirelessly on your project in the background. If my initial footage happens to feature multiple people speaking, I simply toggle the multi-speaker captions option so every voice gets its own distinct color. And yes, for those who want to flex on a global scale, there is complete subtitle translation available with just one single click. Honestly, this application speaks more languages fluently than any travel app I have ever tried to use on vacation. But here's the secret sauce. The captions aren't just some boring, static white text floating on the screen. Vizard actually animates them, times them perfectly to the rhythm of the speech, and even throws in little highlights and emojis if that's your style. You can change a single word in the script, and the entire vibe of that caption sequence can instantly flip from being dry to being genuinely playful. I waste a truly weird amount of time just tweaking caption styles because for some reason it is oddly satisfying to watch. The main user interface gives you 3 primary tabs across the top: Trim, Captions, and Scenes. And Trim is where the real detailed cleanup begins. Down in the main editing timeline, you can slice out all those filler words, the ums and uhs, like a seasoned professional editor. Sure, you could manually do that clip by clip in more traditional software, but this tool has smart features that honestly feel like you're cheating the system. Want to remove all the silences? Just tap that option, select a specific pace, and the application instantly trims all those pauses for you. Set that pace to fast, and it nukes all the chunky, awkward pauses, crank it to extra fast, and it chews through basically everything unnecessary. What used to consume entire editor hours now takes only the short time it takes you to casually sip your morning coffee. There is also a fantastic duplicate phrase cleaner that acts as a genuine lifesaver if you tend to repeat yourself while recording. Vizard expertly detects those false starts and takebacks, removing the extra takes automatically without you lifting a finger. If you've ever painfully scrubbed through footage hunting for that one unbroken sentence that didn't sound like a robot, you know how game-changing this feature is. Once the transcript is finalized and the basic rough cuts are locked in, I always move to the audio icon and run the dedicated audio cleanup process. My microphone already records quite well, but there is almost always a tiny background hum or a noisy neighbor moment that needs addressing. With just one simple tap, Vizard instantly denoises the track, removes persistent hums, and levels the entire audio track perfectly. This happens without ever asking you to understand complex concepts like EQ curves or dynamic compression ratios. What used to require an entire hour wrestling with a dedicated digital audio workstation now becomes a ridiculously fast 30-second fix. There's also a surprisingly deep built-in music library available, featuring tracks you'd probably think only Spotify could manage to hide away. Just remember not to go blasting copyrighted bangers if you actually care about avoiding those dreaded YouTube copyright strikes. Luckily, Vizard even flags the specific usage status for every single track, helping you successfully avoid those annoying DMCA headaches entirely. Realistically speaking, going from the raw, unedited clip to having a decent first cut is maybe just 1 or 2 minutes of actual hands-on work. This means your initial run-through feels smooth and silky instead of being that panic-fueled, Frankenstein-style edit you used to dread. Now we focus on captions, which are arguably one of the most important elements for retaining short-form viewers. Vizard ships standard with every single trendy caption style you have probably seen across every platform. The clean industry look, the punchy meme fonts, the entire aesthetic closet. I personally tend to lean into the clean, highly readable template because it's basically the default look that performs best on the platforms right now. You maintain the power to tweak font sizes, adjust the highlight colors, and even animate exactly how those highlighted words pop onto the screen. Want your emojis to spin dramatically onto the screen? You can absolutely program that with just a few clicks. Or perhaps you prefer them to politely bounce into place. Yes, that specific softer option is also readily available. If you're someone who enjoys heavy customization, 2 quick clicks lets you change fonts, weights, strokes, and line breaks across the board. However, most of the time, I just nudge a few lines slightly to make sure the reading rhythm feels absolutely perfect for the audience. Here is a crucial pro tip. Captions can look flawless in the editor, but often disappear entirely behind UI elements when you preview it in the actual app mockup. I used to have to eyeball the positions, export the file, re-upload it for a check, and then repeat the whole frustrating cycle. Definitely a bad time. Vizard has this overlay toggle that places a phone UI mockup directly over your preview so you see exactly where the text will land in the final player. You simply move the captions until they no longer collide with simulated like buttons or those annoying profile names, making life so much easier. It is such a small feature, but it single-handedly saves an embarrassing number of painful re-uploads for me every single week. Aspect ratios are handled completely smoothly by the platform, which is essential for cross-posting your work efficiently. Did you accidentally drag in a wide 16.9 vlog clip when you needed a vertical short? Flip it, and the system crops intelligently. The smart cropping ensures your face or the main action doesn't get bizarrely chopped off when switching formats, which is a huge relief. Yes, you can technically hack a long video down into a short, but shooting vertical from the start gives you better eye lines and removes guesswork. I learned that painful lesson the hard way after posting a short where my forehead was mysteriously absent from the final shot for some reason. Editing and that crucial B-roll footage used to be the part of the process that genuinely made me want to give up and cry. Vizard automatically slices your main talking head into clean, distinct scene segments, allowing you to drop B-roll in any cut with a single click. The built-in stock vault is surprisingly extensive, ranging from highly cinematic slow motion to pure, unadulterated meme gold. Need a clip of raccoons rifling through trash cans at midnight? Don't even ask, that footage is definitely in there waiting for you. Of course, you can always drag and drop your own personal shots, that drone clip you spent all weekend capturing or that animation your designer whipped up. Once any shot is placed, you can easily add a subtle push-in or a gentle punch-out. These micro-motion tweaks keep static frames feeling alive. The zoom tool is hilariously easy to control. You pick your mood, like a soft inhale or a rocket spike, and it applies instantly. Starting a short with a truly sharp, immediate zoom is an excellent way to make people stop that initial scroll, trust me. It's that tiny adrenaline burst from the visual edit that keeps the viewer absolutely glued to your content for those critical first seconds. We cannot forget sound design, which is truly the unsung hero in making an edit feel expensive and professional. A well-timed swoosh on a cut, a tiny crackle on a transition, or a subtle bass thump can elevate the entire production value significantly. Vizard lets you easily tie these specific sound effects directly to scenes, making your transitions feel cinematic even if your actual budget was absolutely $0. If you are a total control freak, you can micromanage every single scene, swapping footage, tweaking volumes, and timing everything to perfection. But if you are thankfully not a control freak, there are 2 incredible cheat codes here that will truly save your entire editing life: Magic B-roll and Auto Zoom. Magic B-roll handles the heavy initial lifting. It reads your transcript, understands where visuals will enhance the story, and inserts stock footage automatically. The app is smart enough to know when it absolutely needs to keep you on screen, so the video doesn't just turn into a floating narration slideshow. Then, Auto Zoom sprinkles subtle, professional-looking camera moves across the entire timeline, just to keep every static frame feeling like it's breathing. It's genuinely like having a tiny, tireless director secretly living inside your laptop who never, ever asks for overtime pay. I need to give you a quick heads up, though. Those 2 magic buttons are also reset grenades for any custom work you've already done. If you hit them after manually placing B-roll or setting custom zooms, all that prior work will unfortunately just disappear instantly. So my personal workflow now is to let Vizard paint those very broad foundational strokes using both magic tools first. After that, I always jump back in myself to manually nudge any specific shots or the audio levels that still feel slightly off to my ear. That perfect combo gives me the blistering speed of pure automation, but leaves just enough control so the final cut still sounds like me, not some generic template. Once I've approved the final result, I export a perfectly formatted, ready-to-post short straight from the dashboard. Vizard even suggests a highly optimized caption and a list of relevant hashtags to drop right into that final upload box, saving one more decision. Also, if you are in the stressful position of juggling an entire content channel, Vizard's auto-schedule and content calendar features are genuine game changers. You set exactly how often you intend to post, and Vizard will automatically queue and publish those clips across all your various social sites. No more those awful late-night uploads or the panic of completely forgetting to post that one amazing video from last week. It will manage your entire posting calendar, let you edit scheduled posts, and publish straight from one single, centralized application. This centralization is exactly the kind of organized brain you desperately need when you are seriously trying to scale up your content output. Now, I will be completely honest with you. This application is definitely not flawless or perfect in every single aspect. Some veteran creators strongly prefer raw, manual control and will argue that tools like Descript or Premiere offer deeper levels of fine-tuning. And that's a fair point. Those dedicated tools absolutely provide ultimate creative control, but they also demand significantly more of your time and specialized skill. When comparing to other mobile-focused editing apps, many are cheaper or even free, but they severely lack this software's crucial clip selection intelligence and overall scheduling power. I have personally used competitors that felt incredibly clunky or constantly required that annoying babysitting just to keep things moving. This specific tool sits perfectly in this sweet spot where raw editing speed genuinely meets high production quality standards. You get the benefit of genuinely smart auto-editing, incredibly robust captioning and audio tools, and a real publishing workflow, all without needing to be a certified expert editor. So yeah, the path forward is simple. Go record your content, spend 10 focused minutes tweaking it inside the editor, and then just upload the short. Remember, the algorithm rewards consistent momentum so much more than it rewards absolute paralyzing perfection. The direct link to the software's main site is right there in the description box if you want to jump in and test this for yourself. I'll leave it up for you. Take just one long episode or maybe a full-length stream archive and let the AI pick the best clips out for you immediately. Tweak those top picks slightly, hit that auto-schedule button, and watch your content calendar immediately begin to fill up effortlessly. Do this to save yourself literally hours of tedious work and actually start enjoying the process of making great shorts again. All right, your turn now. Hit that record button. Give yourself just 10 focused minutes of editing time and get that short published. The content feed is already moving at a breakneck pace, so please do not let it leave you and your great ideas completely behind in the dust. Let's explore a few more quick tips on maximizing that visual impact now that the core edit is done. Think about using a fast title card, a split second of bold text to immediately set the entire tone for your short video. Consider using unexpected sounds for simple actions, like a dramatic air horn when you reveal a surprising statistic. When using your own B-roll, try to match the color grading slightly to your talking head segments for better overall cohesion. Even a slight saturation boost can make your footage pop just enough to justify that extra second of viewing time. If you are using the auto zoom, experiment with combining it with a very slow manual pan for a unique effect. Subtlety in motion is a key. We want viewers to subconsciously feel the energy, not consciously notice every single camera move. Think about your hook duration. The first 3 seconds are a life or death battle to keep that viewer from swiping away instantly. If your opener feels slow, don't hesitate to trim 3 full seconds off the front end of your clip, even if it feels aggressive. You can always go back and add a short introduction later if the core message really needs that extra setup moment. Remember that the platform prioritizes watch time, so every single second you save is a potential second gained back in viewer interest. Using those animated captions to emphasize key takeaways makes the video infinitely more valuable for someone watching on mute. Try to keep the same highlighting style consistent across all your videos for instant brand recognition in the feed. If you are struggling with audio background noise, slightly lowering the background music can often mask residual hiss better than heavy processing. A very low-volume ambience track, like subtle room tone, can add a layer of perceived professionalism instantly. When it comes to B-roll selection, always ask yourself, does this shot actually clarify or enhance the sentence being spoken right now? If the answer is no, immediately swap it for something that visually supports the specific word or phrase you just said. Repetition in concepts is fine, but repetition in visuals on a fast timeline will absolutely cause your audience to tune out quickly. Don't forget to utilize those simple transition effects, like a quick cross-dissolve, to smooth over jarring jumps between ideas. A quick dip to black can sometimes be even more effective than a complex graphic transition when you need a hard emotional reset. Explore the stock library's abstract section. Those backgrounds are fantastic for placing simple, impactful text overlays without distraction. Use high-contrast imagery when you need to convey seriousness, like a dark, moody shot of a boardroom. Conversely, choose brightly lit, wide-open outdoor shots when the topic is about opportunity or positive growth. Every single visual choice you make in that B-roll pass directly impacts how much the viewer absorbs your core message. If you find yourself over-editing, take a deep breath and trust the system's smart defaults more often than you think you should. Remember that the platform is designed to surface engaging videos, and you've already done the hard work making this video engaging. Let's circle back to the scheduling for a second, because consistency truly crushes sporadic brilliance any day of the week. Setting your auto schedule to post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9 a.m. will build anticipation for your subscribers. That predictability trains the audience's brain to look for your new content right when they are usually scrolling the most. Make sure you review the content calendar weekly to catch any scheduling conflicts before they ever become actual public errors. If you need to swap a piece of content last minute, that ability to edit a scheduled post is a non-negotiable feature for me. Think of this entire process as a manufacturing line for maximum viewer engagement, streamlined by smart automation. The biggest takeaway is realizing that manual perfection is the enemy of consistent digital output these days. Embrace the tools that get you to 90% quality in 10% of the time, because that extra 10% of refinement is rarely worth the trade-off. You are now equipped to take that raw, awkward footage and transform it into something truly shareable in record time. Go test the auto edit, play with the caption animations, and see how fast your first short can go live today. Let the platform know you are a serious, consistent creator by feeding it high-quality, optimized content on a reliable schedule. I'll see you in the next video, but first, make sure to click that link below and start your own journey to editing freedom.